back, students. So welcome to our second session altogether. Okay. So everyone, in the second session, which subject that you will study, everyone? Very good. So in the second session, okay, so we will study about grammar planet 3. Very good. Do you still remember the lesson in grammar planet 3 that you have learned so far, everyone? Very good. So to make sure that you remember, okay, the lesson in the previous video, so now let's review with me all together. Okay, everyone. So let's look at my right hand side, which is about review about the previous unit. Okay, so the previous unit is unit 12, which is about adverbs, right? Very good, student. And teacher believe that you still remember the meaning and also the definition of adverbs. Okay, and you know exactly about the functions of adverb as well, right? Okay, so in unit 12, so we study two kind of form. Okay, the first one is verb plus adverb, right? So verb plus adverb. So how to make the sentence by using verb plus adverb, everyone? All right, so can you make a sentence for me, please? Yes, very good. So let's look at the whiteboard all together, everyone. So this is about the example of the form verb plus adverb. All right. So let's see all together, everyone. So the first example, he speaks nicely. He speaks nicely. Okay. So where is the verb and where is the adverb in the sentence? Yes, very good. So the word speaks is verb. Very good. Verb. Where is the adverb in the sentence? Do you want? Very good. So the word nicely. Okay. Nicely is an adverb. Right. Good. So can you tell me the function of adverb, please? So adverb modify the meaning to verb. He speaks what? So he speaks nicely. So nicely modify the meaning, okay, to the verb. He speaks nicely, right? Good. So now let's move on to the next one. Okay, the next example is she runs quickly. Okay, she runs quickly. So the verb in the sentence is very good, runs. Run is a verb, right? Good. And where is the adverb in the sentence? Yeah, sure. So the word quickly is an adverb. Very good. So adverb modify the meaning to verb. She runs. She runs what? She runs quickly, right? So the word quickly modify the meaning to verb, okay, to complete the meaning, right? Very good. So teacher believe that you understand well about this form. All right, so now let's move on to the next one, how to change the adjectives to adverb. All right, so let's see all together, everyone. So the first one, which is about regular, right? Regular, like dangerous. Okay, dangerous is an adjective, right? So when we want to change to the adverb, we just add ly. Very good. So dangerous, dangerously, right? Good. So let's move on to the next one. The word easy, right? So the word easy and in letter Y. So we have to delete Y or omit Y, and then we add I, and then we plus ly. So it's become easily, right? Okay, easily, like the word happy. Okay, so we change Y to I, and then we add ly. It's become happily, right? Good. And this is about the irregular. Okay, like the word good. So when we want to change to the adverb, it's become well. Okay, very good, students. So this is about what we have learned so far in unit 12. So now we'll come back to our lesson today. Okay, everyone. So today we will start a new lesson, which is about unit 13. All right. So unit 13, which is about it is better than that. Okay. So anyone, if you have the textbook in your hand right now, please open it on page 57. Very good. So you can open the textbook on page 57 altogether. So you can open the textbook on page 57. All right. All right, everyone. So you have to know about the title of the unit first. What is that? So it is better than that. So what does it mean, everyone? Can you tell me the title of the unit, everyone? Can you explain me? Yes. So it is better than that. They want to compare something, okay, to the other things. Okay, like it is better than that. Like they talk about the textbook. So it is better than that. And maybe they compare with the marker or somehow. Okay, so it is better than that, right? So everyone, if you want to know clearly, okay, or deeply about this lesson, so now let's get it together. So in section A, you have to look and learn. So everyone, this is about the lesson that you will learn today, okay, that you are going to learn today, okay, which is about comparatives. Good, everyone. So what is comparative, everyone? First, you have to know exactly about what is comparatives. Anyone can tell me? If you know, please tell me, please. Very good. So the word comparatives, it means that are the words used to describe the differences between two nouns, okay, or two objects. Again, comparatives are the words used to describe the differences between two objects. Remember, everyone. So comparatives are the words used to describe the differences, okay, how big it is, how small it is, how blah blah blah, okay, about the two object, everyone. If we have only one object, we cannot say the word compare, right? Compare means that we have two things, okay, to compare between the two things. Like I have the textbook and I have a marker, so I can compare it, right? Okay, like how big it is. Like the textbook is, okay, bigger than marker. Okay, the book is bigger than marker or somehow, right? So we can use the word compare, okay, to talk about or to describe the two objects. All right. So now let's look at the lesson, okay, for today. How we compare or how we change the attitudes to the comparatives. All right. Good, everyone. So now let's pay your attention on the whiteboard, please, and I will explain you deeply about this one. All right. Very good, student. So now please look at the whiteboard, and you have to pay your attention to the whiteboard, and I will explain you now. Good. So let's look at the first column, which is about attitudes. Okay, all of these are the attitudes, and this is about the second column, about comparatives. Okay, all right. So everyone, let's look at the beginning. This is about the regular. Okay, the regular. We have ER. This one we add, right? This one we add at the last word. Okay, the last of the word. We add ER. And this one we add the last of the word the same, but we have IER. All right. And the last one we add at the beginning of the word. Okay, we add more. All right. And teacher would like to explain you clearly about this one. Okay, ER. So ER, you have to remember that the attitude only one syllable. Okay, one syllable. Okay, like the word small. So small, when we want to change to the comparatives, so we just add ER. Let's see it together, everyone. So small, smaller. Okay, so we add ER, it's become comparative. All right, good. So now let's move on to the next word. Tall. Okay, tall. So we only add er and then it's become taller. Okay, taller. It's become comparative. The last word, short. Short. Okay, so we just add only er and it's become short. Shorter. It's become comparative adjective. All right, good. So remember, we add er only one syllable, the adjective that has only one syllable, like the word short, tall, small. Okay, very good, students. So now let's move on to the next one. IER. So IER, remember that it can be 2 syllable or less than. Okay, less than 2 syllable or 2 syllable. Okay, so this one it end in y, the adjective that end in y. So we have to change y to I and then we add er. All right, like the word happy. The word happy end in y. So we change y to I and then we add er. Okay, so it's become happier. Okay, happy we change to happier. All right, good. Like the word pretty. Okay, the word pretty. So the word pretty and in y. So we change y to I and then we add er and it's become prettier. Okay, prettier. Pretty, prettier. All right. So now let's move on to the last one, the word noisy. Noisy is an adjective that ends in y. So we change y to I and then we add er and then it's become noisier. Okay, noisier. All right. So everyone, teacher believe that you can catch up well. Okay, about the two forms here, er and ier. All right. So now let's move on to the last one of the regular, which is about the word more. All right. So the word more, you have to remember that the adjective that has more than 2 syllables. 2 syllables or more than 2 syllables. Okay. All right. Like the word expensive. And one more thing you have to remember that it stands before adjective, right? So the word more, it stands before adjective. Okay, you got it, everyone? Very good. So it not stand after the adjective, but it stand before adjective. Like the word expensive. How many syllables, everyone? Yes, 3 syllables. Expensive. All right. So when we want to change the word expensive is an adjective, we just add more. Okay. So more expensive. It's become comparative. More expensive. All right. Like the word beautiful. So we just add only the word more beautiful. All right, good. So next, interesting. Okay, 3 syllables. So we just add the word more at the beginning of the word adjective. Interesting. So more interesting. All right, more interesting. Good. So move on to the last one. Crowded. So 2 syllables, right? Crowded. So we just add more and then it's become more crowded. All right? More crowded. Good. So teacher believe that you can catch up well, okay, about the irregular. Okay? So now let's move on to the last one, which is about irregular. Like we have the word bad, the word much, the word little, the word far. All right? So if we want to change the adjective, all this adjective to comparative, we have to change. Okay, we do not stay like the regular, but we have to change the form, like the word bad. So when we want to change to comparative, bad we change to was. Okay, bad we change to was. Okay, was. It becomes comparative. So this kind of form you have to remember. All right, good. Like the word much. So when we change to the comparative, it change to more. Okay, more. Much we change to more. It's become comparative, everyone. Very good. Like the word little. So little, when we want to change to comparative, it's become less. Okay? Less. And the last one, the word far. So when we want to change to comparative, it become further. Further or further. Further or further. Okay? We can use both. Further, F-U-R-T-H-E-R, or we can use F-A-R-T-H-E-R. Okay? The same. Okay? We can use both. Further or further. Alright? So everyone, please notice this one carefully, and you have to remember the form, how to change to comparative, everyone. Alright, so teacher believe that you are so far so good, okay? So everyone, to make sure that you catch up well, teacher would like to explain you again, okay? Like the word, the adjective that has only one syllable, when we want to change, we just add er and it's become comparative, right? Good. Only one syllable, remember. And this one, 2 syllable or less than 2 syllable, and it ends in y. So we have to change y to I, and then we add er, and it's become comparative. And the last one, more. So more, the adjective that has more than 2 syllable, right? Or 2 syllable, we add more at the beginning of the word. Okay, at the beginning of the adjective, like more expensive, more beautiful, more interesting. We cannot put like expensive more, right? We cannot use like this. We put more expensive. Okay. Very good. And move to the last irregular. So you have to remember how the adjective change to the comparative. Okay, everyone? Very good. Teacher believe that you can catch up well about the lesson for today. Okay? Alright, so everyone, do you have any question? If you don't have any question, okay, this is about the end for the second session. And see you tomorrow altogether. Okay, goodbye, student.